Hello, welcome to another segment, Snippet by Mr. P, MTH050. Today we graphing lines. People hate this stuff, but I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. MTH050, 3.7, graphing lines with y equals mx plus b. Incidentally, people hate this stuff so much, so I came up with a joke called Yo Mama Ex-Boyfriend. So yo meaning y equals, and mama meaning m, and x is the x, the variable x, and boyfriend would be the b. Now the boyfriend is the y-intercept, and the slope is the m, and this x and y are the variables that's on the x and y axis. You know, the actual numbers that will be substituted. So here's a good way to remember it. Yo mama ex-boyfriend. Okay. All right, so how many different ways can a line be drawn? It could be going down. It could be decreasing as you go from right to left. Left to right could be decreasing. As you go from left to right, it could be increasing, going up. It could be going straight across, constant, right? So the slope is 0 because it's constant. It's just going straight across. Or it could be going up and down, and therefore the slope is it's going through the x-axis. If it's up and down, remember the x-axis go left to right. So if it's going to go through wherever x is at that number. So it'll be an undefined slope. It won't be defined. If it's going straight across, it's going to go through y, because the y-axis is vertical. So y is going to equal to so the line is going to be y equal whatever that number is. But it's going to be 0 slope, and it's going to be a constant number. What about the other cases where, y is decreasing? Well, if the line decreasing, that means as x increased, y decreased. So as x went up, y went down. So that's why the line is negative. Right? That's why the line one got to go opposite the other direction. So if x is increasing, y is decreasing. But if it's increasing, that means both variables are increasing, right? So as x increase, y increase too. As x increase, y increase. That's why we got an increase in line. So that's how you know the difference. So when x increase and y increase, we got an increase in line. But when one of them decrease and the other increase, that means you got a vertical line. Slanted negative line. So that means the slope is positive when both are increasing, and the slope is negative when one is decreasing, the other is increasing. Okay? So that's easy to understand, right? Then when you come over here, we got this problem, right? Y equals negative 3/2 x plus 1, right? They want us to graph this line. Well, if you write y equals mx plus b over it, yo mama ex-boyfriend, the m means the slope, as recall before this lesson. The m means the slope. So that means that's rise over run. This is negative slope, so it's going to be going down, right? So you should know that before you even graph the line. If it's negative out in front, remember, if it's less than 0, that means it's going to be negative. It's going to be going down. So the line should be going down. Okay, so that's the rise over the run. So the negative is going to go with the number at the top. So it's going to go down 3 and over to the right 2. So it's going to be negative 3 over plus 2. So if you go, so the line is, so we always start at the y-intercept. The y-intercept here is 1. So the first point on the graph I'm going to graph is that one. So 0, 1, which is the y-intercept where it crosses the y. Now if I go down 3 over 2, that's my next point. And you can check some of these points too, by the way. Let's pop the cap off and check some of these, so you can see how this is working. So you will never have a problem with this ever again. This point right here is 0, 1, right? And this point right here is 1, 2, 3, and over 2. So that'll be negative 2, and this is 4, I think. So negative 2, 4, and we're gonna check these points for you to make sure it's no fluke. This is 2, negative 2, and this point down here looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4, negative 5. Let's check all these just to make sure that all these are right. And I ain't never did on the spot math like this, but that's okay. This is good. This is good practice. So when x is negative 2, you throw negative 2 in there, watch. So let's watch how the math works. You throw negative 2 in here, right? Well, this will be a negative. It's a negative on negative 2. So the 2's and the negative is going to cancel. And you'll get negative 3 plus 1, which is still, let's see. Negative 2, 4. Okay. Okay. How am I getting? Let's see. Up 3 over 2. Okay. All right. So, Okay, yeah, that's right. So negative times negative is positive. So the negatives will cancel out, and the 2's will cancel out, but negative times negative is positive. So this will become 3. Because this negative is going to cancel with that negative, is going to become positive 3. And the 2's are going to cancel. So 3 plus 1 is 4, right? And that's what the y coordinate is. The y going to be 4 at that point, right? And then we already know this point's on the graph. When you throw 0, all this covers up and y equal 1, right? But then this one down here, if you plug in x equals 2, you notice that the 2's cancel, you get negative 3 plus 1, which is negative 2, right? So that point's on the line. And on this line, which is that. And then you can check this one down here. If you throw in 4, well, if you throw in 4, you know 2 going to 4 twice. So this all cancels out and give you 2. And negative 3 times 2 would be negative 6, but plus 1, you still in the hole $5, right? You still owe $5. So all these points on the line, and this is the line that does this. So that's how you do this. So it's not that bad at all. You can check all of these points. All right, so this is all done. This part's done. 3-7 is done. Graphing lines made easy. Snippet, slope, wire intercept, real quick. Holla back.